Okay, everybody.
Right.
Yay!
Yay! I hope that's the opening.
That sounded more enthusiastic.
Welcome back to the Oklahoma Today podcast. I'm your host, Ben Lucian, and today we're talking about chocolate decadence. Yes, 2 of my 3 love languages, but also the name of the annual event that benefits both the Historic Automobile Alley Association and Lights on Broadway. This year's event, which features chocolate prepared in a variety of creative and delicious ways, is at Leadership Square in Oklahoma City on February 6th. We'll hear more from the event organizers here in a moment, but first, a friendly reminder to please hit subscribe if you've not already done so. Our goal for the end of this month is 100 subscribers. We can get there with your help. And with that said, let's go ahead and bring on the full team here.
Hello.
How are you all doing today?
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Are you feeling decadent today?
Always.
Yeah, at all moments.
Yeah,
It's my middle name, Ben.
That's one thing I can count on. We actually have a Tuesday trivia question here this time. We're all familiar with the Bedré Chocolate Company. Yes,
Yeah,
you know this.
delicious.
Kind of the chocolate in Oklahoma, really. Bedré got its start as a small-time chocolatier based out of a school basement, or a former school basement. But the brand really took off when it was acquired by the Chickasaw Nation. So our question of the Tuesday trivia question is, in what year did the Chickasaw Nation acquire Bedré?
I don't know.
2001.
I get the answers in my email, so I already know.
Oh.
Okay.
1995.
95, 01. Megan, do we have a guess?
Let's say 2006.
No, but Kirsten was close.
You were
She
so
got
close.
2001. It was 2000.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
go.
So it's now actually been 25 years
Wow.
of Bedré being part of the Chickasaw Nation Enterprises. And Bedré is actually going to be honored at the Chocolate Decadence event for their 25th anniversary there. So
Cool.
Those white chocolate dipped tornadoes, those
yes,
things are the best.
I pig out on the chocolate potato chips.
Also delicious.
So
Yeah.
And the chocolate covered gummy bears.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff from
We visited, Kirsten wasn't here yet, but we visited the Bedré factory not too long ago. That was fun.
yeah,
we
I
go
had a
back?
really nice time. We should.
Can we go back?
We do need to go back. That would be a fun podcast.
It would be
visit,
fun.
actually.
Yeah.
That kind of leads us into our question of the week this time, which has to do with self-care. Does anyone in the group want to sort of define self-care for me? Because it's something that gets brought up a lot, but what does self-care actually mean?
For me, it's like the little things that you do every day to just kind of keep yourself centered and okay, and not like big, massive things, just little stuff that you do just to kind of keep your spirits up and keep your body healthy, and
Yes.
yeah.
I think that's a good definition for it.
thanks.
Sometimes chocolate can even fit into that definition. You need to give yourself a little treat from time to time. So Nathan, I guess we'll start with you. What does self-care look like to you?
Pills and booze. I try to drink a lot of water. I try to get some exercise every day, even if it's just 30 minutes of walking my dog. I try to get some exercise every day. I try to do prayer meditation time at least once a day and usually twice. So those are kind of my big things, really.
Yeah.
Just setting aside a little time every day and then just kind of making sure that just my health things I'm being taken care of them, right? Like drinking a lot of water, getting some movement in. And then your body and your mind are a little better for having done those things.
Yes, a lot of times it
not
turns
very
out
exciting.
that your personal health care, a lot of times you need your own input and effort to put into
No, I
that,
mean like
you
I
know?
I really do. Like I write down how much water I have every day. Like it's a real thing that I keep track of.
Yes, very good. Literal self-care. Kirsten, what about you? What direction did you go in for this one?
So mine's kind of similar to Nathan's, but not like a planned thing. I think it's just finding a balance when I think I need it in my life. Like if I've been just like go for like 3 weeks straight, then the next weekend, like make sure I'm setting aside a full day where I'm like, I don't do crap. I like stay home, like taking everything, shower, eat the snacks I want to eat. Or like also like if I just feel icky, I'm like, what do I need? Do I need veggies? Do I need water? Do I need caffeine? Just like finding ways to do that. But also taking the time to put in little treats for myself. So like if I've had a long week, go get a special coffee rather than make my coffee, or like buy my favorite cookies when I see them, or just something small like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Little
all
nuggets
great
of
answers.
happiness.
That's nice.
Exactly. Yeah. Just don't get like too locked into the day to day. You know.
Yeah.
Take those smell the roses. You know.
Yeah.
Megan, what about you? What's self-care look like?
Oh God, I don't know. I've been struggling with self-care for the past few weeks. So if you have any tips, let me know. But sleeping a lot.
Good sleep is vital.
I like to sleep.
Honestly, kind of the ultimate self-care, really.
Yeah, no, that's sometimes you just need to be unconscious for a while, and I find that helps with a lot.
Yeah, so many things. It's like, what's going on? I don't feel right. And a lot of times it boils down to I'm not rested enough.
Yeah, or I'm hungry, like, you know.
Also, there have been studies recently that come out that conclude that women need an extra hour of sleep a day more than men. So women need about 9 hours of sleep a day.
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm going to go ahead and get 9. I know that.
That 9 is, I really like to get 9 hours of sleep. I very rarely do.
Yeah.
So.
Carly, what about you? What is?
I try to employ all of these practices: water, sleep, getting myself treats sometimes, but also therapy is a super big part of my self-care. Yeah. After my dad passed away, like a year and a half ago, I started going again after not having been for a long time. And there are some days when we don't talk about much, but just like knowing that I have that person that I'm going to be able to talk to them for an hour about whatever is going on is just having that outlet is such a positive thing. So
Yes, I mean when I have been in therapy, it's been very beneficial for me too.
It's really nice to have someone who you can pay to just show up as the worst version of yourself.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you need to, and there's not like relationship consequences.
Right.
That's nice.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I could just exhale so deeply at the thought of
Yeah.
We should bring a therapist in here to just talk to all of us.
We should.
What
Yeah.
about
A
you,
lot of
Ben?
stuff.
What do you do?
So I mean, I do like running is big exercise that kind of helps put me in the right mental place. But I think a lot of times I get really caught up in being like the sort of ultimate like productive soldier, and so recently I've been trying to just sort of carve out when days or like a whole day. I rarely can manage a whole day of just free time, but maybe like a few hours in a day where I don't have a specific plan and I just have this time I have to fill and figure out how am I going to do this. That's not something where I feel like I'm getting a task done, but I'm like enjoying the moment. Music is a big one for me. That helps me. Music gets me into my flow state a lot of the times, I feel like. And that's like a comfortable place for me to be.
That's awesome.
Well, did someone say ugh?
No. Sorry. No, I was sorry.
It was an encouraging
It was,
sound.
I think it was like an awe.
All right.
Yeah.
Chris, what about you?
Listen to Tibetan bells and.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Actually
It's the
sounds
same
nice.
thing. It's the same thing.
I was going to be impressed if that was.
Yeah. And then, for me, it's chocolate.
Chocolate.
It seriously is.
No,
it's really, it's
I'm
like
right there with you, honestly.
Dark
I
chocolate.
believe in the power.
Yeah, dark chocolate for me is just my special treat.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, I'll literally reward myself with chocolate. Like that'll be my reward.
We should go to the
for
vending machine after
accomplishing
this.
Yeah.
We should, although I think there are maybe some better
We can do
chocolates out
better
there.
than that.
Dark chocolate is better for your heart than milk chocolate.
We can go to
We could go to Chocolate Decadence.
Bedré 6.
Uh-huh.
So Rick's in Guthrie.
Oh, Rick's Fine Chocolate.
amazing.
Yeah.
Glacier.
Really good. Glacier's amazing. I
Yeah.
love Glacier.
So-
Yeah.
Gilded Acorn.
Gilded
yeah.
I've
Acorn.
been
That's
there.
a good
They
idea.
have all these little decadent treats, like little pastries, like fancy.
Oh, I love
saw
the
Glen Powell
macaroons
in
at
there
Gilded
once.
Acorn.
Oh wow.
I know it was
Well,
awesome.
he needed.
And then you guys
he
mentioned
needed a
something.
little treat.
The chocolate covered potato chips or
Yeah.
chocolate covered
Tornadoes, yeah, bugles,
tornadoes, yeah, bugles, but they're not
Yeah.
bugles. I can't do that.
Really?
Wow.
I know.
I
I
love
can't.
them.
I've got to have chocolate or bugles, but I can't. I just can't.
Oh,
Last night I had some
interesting.
really good Jenny's dairy-free like triple chocolate ice cream that was amazing. And it was a pint, and I was like, I'm just gonna eat this much. It was so good, I ate the whole thing.
You ate it all. Yeah.
Now we did have
delicious.
one online answer.
What do people say online?
Marie Saunders.
We got a comment.
This was not a popular online one, but that's fine. Marie Saunders said exercise and outdoors. And those are
Nature is a big
two
one.
classic.
Yeah.
Nature's a
Yes,
really
yes,
big
yes.
No,
This
that's
time of
my
year, it's
number.
harder.
That's my number one thing. But like, I can't right now. You can't go outside unless
so
you
cold
want to
today.
die. Like that's how I feel. Well, you can't.
You can
know,
spend
when
Not
some
I'm-
bundled
time
up?
outside.
You could.
It's
Yeah.
it's
No,
very
that was
cold.
bearish.
It was 5 at my house this morning.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% going
Yeah,
with
Kirsten.
Hi.
Oh, sorry.
Um,
I couldn't even see in my blind spot.
No, for indoor activities though, I will say this. I have been doing this lately, coloring books.
Yeah.
Good
And
one.
puzzles.
Yeah.
Coloring books and puzzles
Uh-huh.
because if you're like super stressed out or like really occupied in your mind, those you have to put like all your little focus into coloring the tiny little details or picking out the colors to make it come to life, or puzzles like it takes so long. That's all you can focus on. So that's a good way to focus when it's cold and you can't go outside.
That's really good.
Do an indoor activity, something small.
Very meditative. That's a really good answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One quick shopkeeping note here. I neglected to say who actually won the Tuesday trivia.
Who
Oh.
won
It was
trivia?
Tony Macias of Tulsa, Oklahoma. So
Cool.
Congratulations,
Good
job,
Tony.
Tony.
Way to go, Tony.
We'll be in
Yay.
touch.
You're going to
we'll
get
be
a
getting
prize.
that Oklahoma Today prize soon. So with that said, let's go ahead and hear about the Chocolate Decadence event. Doompa, doompa, doopity-doo, listeners. We're talking about a subject loved by children, men, women, everyone loves chocolate. And today we're bringing in Kristen Vails from downtown OKC. We're going to talk about Chocolate Decadence coming up February 6th at Leadership Square. Kristen, thanks for joining the show
Yeah,
today.
thanks for having me.
So what can you tell me about Chocolate Decadence for people who aren't familiar with the event?
Well, this is the 27th year for the event, and it raises funds for Automobile Alley to put on those wonderful light curtains you see when you drive down Broadway Avenue. But the party is super fun too. So it's an opportunity to have tastings from several restaurants that are in Automobile Alley, downtown, and abroad through the city. And amazing chocolate tastings, drinks, live music, a party, an opportunity to raffle,
Oh, a
to
raffle.
win some raffles and raise some money.
Got my attention.
So
with the
it's
raffle.
just a really great party at the time of year when we're celebrating love and chocolate
Yes.
and all those good things.
We can probably share this on the screen as well, but who are some of the restaurants that will be participating?
We've
in
got a
Chocolate
great
Decadence?
list here. We've got Bad Nona's, which is in the Parlor, which is in Automobile Alley, Bricktown Brewery, City and State, which is an event venue in Automobile Alley, Harvey Bakery, and then we've got Highball Sushi. And I'm really interested to see what sushi
That is interesting. I
does
have not
with chocolate.
had a chocolate sushi roll before, but they put all kinds of stuff in sushi, so chocolate, why not?
Yeah, so I actually never know what the tastings are going to be till right before the event, and we get all the signs printed and stuff. And so I'm very excited to see what Highball Sushi
I
does
just
with
had chocolate covered wasabi. That's
Oh,
that could be a
you got
new
the-
viral craze.
you got the
We'll see.
spicy and the sweet. I love that. We've also got Cam's Cookery, Mickey Mantle's Steakhouse, Paseo Grill, Plant, and Red Prime Steak, which is in Automobile Alley, Radizio Grill, Tellers, and of course the Melting Pot. And then you have all that sweet stuff, all those amazing tastings. You might still be hungry for something savory,
Yeah.
and we've got Automobile Alley's Hideaway Pizza
Oh, perfect.
for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do much better than that. To me, it sounds like all this is right around the Valentine's season. So it's kind of the perfect way to maybe get a head start on Valentine's Day. For girls.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you want to do this kind of in lieu of the big holiday, this is a great opportunity, or just, complement what you've already got planned.
Yes. You brought up earlier that this is kind of the main sort of fundraiser for Automobile Alley. And specifically, it helps support Lights on Broadway, which I know a lot of people, that brings a lot of magic to the city.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been installing this holiday light display for several years, and every year we get to add on to it. So this fundraiser really helps us purchase those lights, get them installed, and grow the display. We also have a neon sign grant program, so those cool old neon signs that really give Automobile Alley its history and its character and its uniqueness. We fund those sign grants to businesses to help them put the signs up. So this is just a sampling of the things that the funds support.
Mm-hmm. So between the chocolate sushi and the pizza, what else can people look forward to if they head to this event?
All right, so we've got live music by the band Drive. They're a real high energy cover band that does music from all of the decades. We've got raffle items. We've got 5 really great raffle items. So people, if they want to take a chance and buy some tickets, they get a little cool blinky ring if they spend enough money, and they can win some really amazing raffle prizes. And we've also got a new sponsor this year that has a really cool area that I can share more about.
Okay, are you talking about my favorite Bedré chocolate?
I am, you got it. So Bedré is a new partner for Chocolate Decadence this year, and it's a perfect match. I'm so excited that they've been able to join us. And they're a premier chocolate company that's been in Oklahoma for 40 years, but for 25 years they've been owned by the Chickasaw Nation. Yes. And they're the only chocolatier company that's owned by a native tribe. And so they're going to share their story. They're going to share about the history of chocolate. It was something that Native American peoples discovered. And so they're really going to share that history and the culture, as well as tastings, sampling of products. And they have a really amazing gift bag with full-size products to give away.
That was actually our question, or we do a Tuesday trivia feature on the show, and that was our Tuesday trivia question: is when did the Chickasaw Nation acquire?
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Bedré, when that's kind of the chocolate of Oklahoma. If you're trying to impress someone with the made in Oklahoma products, Bedré's got to be.
It's it, yes. Yeah. So we're excited to have a whole world of Bedré at the event, and folks can experience and learn and sample.
Yes. So are you a chocolate connoisseur yourself, and what are the sort of the chocolate delicacies that you look out for?
Anything dark chocolate with a little bit of salt, a little bit of sea salt. I love the Bedré potato chips because they have that salty with that sweet. So anything like that. And then a good old-fashioned chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
And we've got a great one at Katie Bug's in Automobile Alley.
Yes. You can't really, the chocolate chip cookies kind of, it's perfection. You've got it's the balance of everything in there.
Classic.
Yes. I mentioned this earlier, but I really love a brownie, especially if it's got the fudge in it with the chocolate chunks. That's some good stuff.
Yeah. We've also got awards to give out at this event.
Okay.
So we've got a team of judges that will go through and they'll taste all of them and decide the best in show. But there's also the people's choice. So you can help decide.
Wow.
And the past few years, I believe it's been Harvey Bakery. So we'll see
that's
what
a good
happens
one.
this year.
That's a good one. Yeah. I'm just going to throw in some votes for the chocolate sushi, just preemptively. Well, do you have the poster with you? Let's show that off. How do people get tickets if they're looking for them?
All right, so they'll go to our website at automobilealley.org. We've got a tab for Chocolate Decadence. They can buy their tickets. We have individual general admission tickets for $85 and then VIP tickets for $125. And of course, you get all the tastings and the drinks, but for VIP, that includes some parking, a raffle ticket, and some other special items.
Awesome. Well, Kristen, we look forward to Chocolate Decadence. That's February 6th at Leadership Square. It's going to be an awesome event.
Yeah, date night, friend night, anything night.
A whatever night.
Yeah.
If you love chocolate, you got to be there.
Yes.
Kristen, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I've never been to that, and I've always wanted to go. That seems like
this
really,
week,
it seems really
yes.
fun.
It will be a lot of fun. Yes.
I would love to during a calendar year go to every single chocolate festival and event throughout
There's a lot of them.
Oklahoma and be able to like compare and contrast.
this-
them.
I'll drive.
Okay.
And this is kind of the main chocolate festival season, like here and before Christmas, because people want to load up for either gifts for Christmas or for Valentine's Day. So,
Yeah, there's one in Mustang and one in Yukon that are coming up pretty soon.
yes. Well, with that in mind, you want to do podvents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the part of the show where we go through the travelok.com event calendar, pick out a few of our favorite gems. Is there anyone who'd like to go first
Mine
this
has a
week?
heart
Oh,
on it.
is that a volunteer? For
Yes,
first?
that's me
Okay.
volunteering. A heart that I colored, by the way.
I see. Yes.
See, so-
And you colored
so
it pink.
In the
stressless.
lines.
Yeah.
I love it.
Good job.
So it's date night season, right?
Uh-huh.
One, it's cold and dark outside, and that's always a good night for a date night. But also, it's Valentine's Day season. And whether or not you believe in Valentine's Day or not, I'm not the biggest fan of it, honestly. Like, happily married, love my marriage, but like just not a big fan of Valentine's Day. Like, we don't make it a big deal. Do y'all make it a big deal? Do y'all do big Valentine's?
I mean, we try to commemorate it in some way, like either getting each other a card or like making dinner or something. But it's definitely not one of the high holidays.
If you're
My holy days.
Yeah.
Philip and Carly.
yeah, if your couple relationship is just like based around this one pinnacle day, that's probably not like a great.
I'm just
foundation.
saying, it's not nice to load it up with all kind of expectations. But if you do want something to do for the Valentine's Day season, the Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center in Enid has a great date night. This is one of those 21 and over events at a museum, right? That we all love so much, that are always so much fun to go to. So this one is Friday, February 7th from 7 to 9 p.m. It's called Date Night at the Museum. The theme is Art from the Heart. Heart, Valentine's Day.
They rhymed that.
Art
Yeah.
from the what?
Art from the Heart.
Oh.
Yeah. It's for adults 21 and only. There will be, you can wander through the galleries, obviously. There will also be hors d'oeuvres and romantic drinks, and at every refreshment station, there will be a themed gift that you can take home. So you can walk your date through all the different refreshment stations around the museum and get all kind of different gifts to take home. So that's fun. Tickets are $35 a person, so it's a nice, cheapish little date. But since there are just hors d'oeuvres and drinks, if you want a recommendation for a dinner beforehand, may I recommend in Enid, Pier 81, nice seafood place, or Napoli's Italian are both really nice places for a romantic dinner in Enid. So you could go get a nice dinner, go to the museum. That's a nice date night, right?
Yes,
That's a good night in Enid.
it is.
Yeah.
And they should have a.
Oh.
In addition, is there a detail you left out?
Just Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center.
Yes.
Just find their Facebook page and you can go. That's
Well, a tip for the Cherokee Strip Heritage Center, they should have a singles mingle night where it's for singles who can go there and they can meet people at the museum. Same thing, you know?
Cherokee
The
Strip
hors
Regional
d'oeuvres and
Heritage Center in
everything.
Enid.
But
That's a
everyone
good
there
idea.
is looking for a date.
I like that.
Just an idea.
I like that.
Wouldn't
Strong
it be
enough.
beautiful if like somebody met at the single thing and then they came back to the Valentine's
Wow.
Day thing to
Oh my
commemorate
gosh.
their
Oh, wow,
love?
Carly.
Yeah.
Museum, you have to do
You
this.
should write a
thing.
novel.
That's the start of the
This is-
Carly's new romance novel.
This is a Hallmark movie. This is a
Yes.
Hallmark Christmas
Love
movie.
at the museum.
Waiting to happen. Lacey Chabert. We're gonna call Lacey Chabert when we get
I
done.
love her.
Okay,
Well,
we'll call
Carly,
her.
is yours related to something romantic, or what is your?
Not romantic, historical for sure.
Okay.
Did you guys have a toy when you were a kid that you were just like absolutely obsessed with?
Oh, yeah.
many.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
do you remember like a specific one that
The
you want to
Fisher
say?
Price castle.
Okay.
People who know what I mean know exactly what I mean.
Playmobil people.
You like those a lot. What about you
And
guys?
My Little Ponies.
Oh, of course, My Little Ponies.
Probably Transformers. When I was a kid, yeah.
I had a lot with like dolls specifically, but there was I did carry around and Beanie Babies. We had like special collections, but I did carry around this little stuffed golden retriever. Like that was like my stuffed animal. I carried it around all over the place. I named it Shadow after Home Alone. So or not. Homeward Bound.
Homeward
Homeward
Bound.
Bound.
Yes.
Homeward Bound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's say, wait, what part of Home Alone was that?
a different one.
I had a Jasmine doll that slept with me every single night. She was like my favorite. And then I displaced her one day and didn't find her again for like 6 months. And then I was kind of over it. And so that was very sad. But for people who are really into dolls, who have great childhood memories of dolls, by the way, that a person who collects dolls is called a plangonologist, which is very interesting. I didn't know that there was a.
Did not know that was a word.
Okay.
But there is an exhibit just for you. It's the Antique Doll Exhibit at the Freddie Adam Drummond Home in Hominy. And it's going to be February 1st through the 28th. And there's just going to be a lot of dolls, porcelain, bisque, leather, a lot of dolls from like around the early 1900s. And the house itself was actually built in 1905. It's on the National Register of Historic Places. So the house in of itself is really cool to go to. But then you'll also get to see all of these different dolls. There's hundreds of them everywhere.
It sounds intimidating.
Yes, but if you like dolls, you will have a fantastic time. The Freddie and Annie Drummond Home is open Wednesday through Saturday, 9 to 5, and Sunday, 1 to 5, so you can see the exhibit anytime it's open, and it's a free exhibit. And if you have any questions, their contact info is 918-352-5583.
You know, when we were buying our house, we toured a house that had a like massive doll collection, and we didn't buy it just because of that. Like, and it's like just because like intellectually, I knew the dolls would leave when the owner did, but
Yeah.
I feel that I would have been seeing.
I like antique dolls. I think they're really cool, but they also definitely have a very spooky feel to them. And when there's large quantities of them all together, for sure. But that appeals to some people,
No,
you
yeah.
know. So
Very big. Like, was it the Ardmore Library we went to and they had that doll exhibit? Remember?
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe it was.
Yeah.
I think it's a or I don't know.
I think you
I
can
don't
go
know what
see
the,
antique dolls at the Ardmore Library.
Yeah, I
too.
don't know what the status is
I
anymore.
don't either.
But that
Call
was a
them.
thing for a long time.
Let us
Yeah.
know. Find out and let us know.
yeah, if you
It's
just
our
can't
job, but
get
you do
if
it.
you just can't get enough dolls at the Fred and Annie Drummond home.
The Fred Drummond Home is cool,
Yeah,
though. Yeah, that's a cool place to go. And Homony's great. It's in Osage County and beautiful. And wow, that sounds like cool. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Megan, I know you've been rehearsing your event,
So
so
working on it.
Super Saturday. February 8th, 11 to 2 p.m., the day before the Super Bowl.
ooh,
There will be soup in the Lilac District of Claremore, downtown Claremore. For $15, you will get a tasting kit that includes a commemorative mug, a menu, and a wristband. And with this wristband, you can go to all the little soup stations they'll have set up and sample different kinds of soup and chili and, you know.
the soups.
It's
yeah.
just,
Soup.
it's gonna be a lot of food to eat while you shop. And it will be warm food. It will probably be cold on February 8th, so you need to be prepared and get your soup. And the website is visitclaremore.com. So you can get all of your information there and just make sure you eat that soup before you do anything, because there will be a lot of shopping to do and it's going to be cold. So you need your energy.
That sounds like fun. I love
That's
soup.
Oh,
an important announcement.
Absolutely. I wonder how many different types of soup they will have on offer.
I don't know. I wish
I guess I'll
could
have to
tell
go
you.
to find
Yeah,
out.
you have to find out. It just depends on how many soups they bring.
What are your favorite things to eat with soup? Because this weekend I
Oh.
made a pea soup, the split pea soup, and I had French bread, a crusty French bread that I dipped in. That was very delicious.
Bread and
Yeah.
crackers.
A whole
Burgers
sandwich.
are good.
Oh,
A sandwich
sandwich.
is good.
Last night I had potato soup and like an Italian sub, and I was just dipping the sandwich in the soup. It was amazing.
Croutons, which are,
Yeah.
you know,
Very
just
important.
toasted bread.
Yeah.
Maybe a
Yes.
sprinkle of cheese.
Cheese is good. Yeah.
Sour cream,
Skittles.
good
Yeah,
one.
definitely. It depends on
Skittles.
what kind of soup it
Skittles.
is.
That's
Wait, what?
Yeah, it
Skittles.
depends on what kind of soup.
I'm just kidding.
Skittles and split pea soup.
You know, if a soup is too hot, like too spicy, you can add a little bit of sugar in it to offset. So I don't know, maybe you could add Skittles to offset a spicy soup. I'm not
I
your
put a little
mom.
bit of milk. In
I take
it,
no
so-
responsibility.
Kirsten, you're the #1 soup and grilled cheese fan, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
You just love
But that's not related to your event.
No.
What is your event?
Well, I was gonna start with a fun fact. Did you guys know that swans mate for life?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
She did know
I,
that.
Not.
That's good.
She's all
Well, we're all
well,
old.
see, no, that's a fact that I knew at some point, but I had totally forgotten about. So thank you
Maybe
for
that's where
reminding
I'm
me.
at. I
We're
don't know.
all old.
But also, so I tried to find like what swans were exactly a symbol for, and it's so many things. There's love, grace, wisdom. I don't remember what else because I didn't write that down, but it was a lot. And so I think that's why, not just because of the name of the show, but swans are perfect for Swan Lake and for this Valentine's Day season because the Oklahoma City Ballet will be presenting their show for Swan Lake on February 7th through the 16th on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. They'll also have a sensory-friendly showing on February 15th for those who need to do that or interested in that rather than a regular showing. And correct me if I'm wrong, they're doing, they kind of added like a few special things this year to revamp the show, right?
Yeah, they try
Yeah.
to change it up every year.
Yeah, so this is 1 year. So if you've seen it before, you haven't seen it this way. So you should still go and watch Swan Lake for Valentine's Day season. And for boys who are not that interested in ballet or swans and graceful shows, think of it as like Shrek in reverse. Because there's a princess who is a creature by day and a princess by night, so it's in reverse.
Okay.
There's an evil prince and a good prince, and yeah, it's Shrek in reverse.
Kind of Shrek in reverse.
I'm surprised Shrek has not spoofed Swan Lake yet. They've done every other fairy tale thing. So.
Maybe the Oklahoma City Ballet will do something next season with Shrek.
I'm
That'd be
being a
so
minority
fun.
here, but like I enjoy ballet for the same reason I enjoy sports. Like that's a feat of athleticism, not
Oh.
to be.
A lot
I
of
see.
football players have done ballet, especially
true. Yeah, that's
like
true.
running backs. It helps them with like their balance. And
But it's
things like
impressive to me for the same reason. Like that's amazing that a person can make their body do that. So I think that's
that. Yes.
cool. I think I should go and enjoy Swan Lake. Dang it.
Yeah,
Do
and
it.
Swan Lake is also like the quintessential ballet. So
Yeah.
if
Yes.
you've never seen it, you should absolutely treat yourself.
OKC ballet.
Beautiful.
How long
It's
is
a
it
beautiful
running?
ballet, and the music is
It
beautiful.
will be from February 7th through the 16th, both weekends. And tickets will range from $29 to $128. So you can choose your price range for how much you want to spend. And you can find those tickets at okcballet.org and then click on the picture for Swan Lake and it will give you all their information about all of the showings, times, tickets, everything.
Nice. I like that.
That sounds lovely.
That does. That sounds fun.
So for my event, we're going to talk about one of the musical periods that people have considered to be one of the best decades of music that there is, and that would be the 1960s, which kind of got into full swing in the early to mid 60s during the British invasion, and it all sort of culminated in 1969, the summer of '69 at Woodstock. Which, Chris, you were at Woodstock, right?
Yeah, I was there.
I think I saw you.
Were
on
you
the front
3?
Row. Yes.
Yes.
Who are some
Parents.
Who are some 60s music icons that we can think of? Like the complete unknown, Bob Dylan is one of them.
Diana Ross and Supremes.
Yes.
Smokey Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Sonny and Cher. The Beatles, the Rolling Stones. The
Johnny Cash was big in the 60s.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. Well,
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix
Hendrix.
is another one.
Janis Joplin. Oh my gosh, there's so many.
Well, what a
The
lot of
Mamas and the Papas. Okay, let's shut up. Sorry.
Yes. What a lot of these people have in common is that they have worked at some point with the iconic Norman guitarist Jesse Ed Davis.
No.
Yes. And fans of the show might remember when I interviewed Douglas Miller, the historian and author of the new Jesse Ed Davis biography, Washita Love Child. And ever since that book came out, like Jesse Ed Davis has been very much in this sort of cultural zeitgeist. There's even a big exhibit for Jesse Ed Davis at the Bob Dylan Center in Tulsa right now, which actually sort of leads me to my event this week, which is the Red Dirt Boogie, a concert tribute to Jesse Ed Davis at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center this Thursday, February 6th, the same day as Chocolate Decadence, actually. There's going to be some really big names at that show. First of all, we're going to start with Jackson Brown of the Jackson Brown Band, who Jesse Ed Davis also collaborated with. Joy Harjo, another big name. The Graffiti Band, and Taj Mahal, the famous blues musician who Jesse also worked with. Ticket prices start around $30, and contact information is 918-586-7111, or you can go to bobdylancenter.com.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Jackson Brown at the Woody Guthrie 100th anniversary show.
Yes.
That was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was really cool.
Well, I'm glad that he and others are sort of taking this time to put some shine on Jesse's name, because for so many decades, really, he's, despite his great contributions to music, not really been celebrated.
Yeah, it's very deserved. It's very overdue and very deserved.
Yes. Well, that does it for this week. I guess we need to name a star of the show. Which I haven't spent much time thinking about. So does anyone have a suggestion?
Chocolate.
Oh, yeah. That was the whole sort of theme of the show. Yeah, chocolate for sure. Does anyone have a favorite candy bar?
Twix.
Twix? Oh,
It's like my road trip candy bar is a Twix.
I love Twix.
Yeah.
I kind of like a Crunch bar. It's sort of basic with the rice, but
Yeah. Y'all ever had a
It does it
Violet
for me.
Crumble?
I love.
A what?
Yes,
Violet Crumble.
that's one of my.
It's
I don't get them
Australians.
very often, but the 100-gram bar, I really
Those are
like.
nice.
If you like Violet Crumble, Scrub or not Scrubs, what is that grocery store called?
Sprouts?
Sprouts. Thank you. Sprouts has dark chocolate covered honeycomb that you can get in the bulk
Yeah.
section.
Yeah.
That's even better than a Violet Crumble. So just so you know.
I shop at Sprouts every week.
Well,
I don't
you
know about
should
this.
stop by
Oh,
there
no,
because
you've
it's
changed my life
really
again.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Chocolate, and get your tickets for Chocolate Decadence later this week.
Especially because one thing I love about Chocolate Decadence really is the Lights on Broadway thing. Like, we just
Yeah.
ended the holidays, and this is kind of the fundraiser. So if you like the Lights on Broadway in Oklahoma City, this is a really good
And
way
you
to
want it to continue.
It's a
Yes.
great way to support it. It's the way to support it.
Yes.
You can support that by eating chocolate. Was there ever an easier decision to
Yeah.
be made?
How rarely do you get to support things by eating chocolate?
Yeah, I know. If only all the causes were like that. Well, this has been the show, known from here to Pryor, home of the Pryor Creek Golf Club, as the Oklahoma Today podcast. Visit oklahomatoday.com or pick up our latest issue on newsstands right now. Email us at oktpod@travelok.com, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Goodbye.